I think as the summer goes on, everyone gets kind of in that summer mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, everybody got the.
When's the last day of school?
I think it's around the 20-something, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little late. I figured I'd be a little short because we had a mild winter and there wasn't much cancellation on schools, maybe like one day. But yeah, so just another 3 weeks, and I love that song, "School's Out for the Summer." I don't know if we have that here.
Oh, we do.
Oh, okay.
We
do.
Do you know who sings it?
Alice Cooper.
Oh,
yeah.
And that's a man, not a woman.
Correct. And
Alice Cooper in Chains.
Yeah, he was. As a matter of fact, yeah, I think he just played at the Verizon. I think.
Really? Do
Yeah.
you remember the old rumor where people thought Eddie Haskell from Leave It to Beaver was Alice Cooper?
Really, I never
Ken
heard that.
Osmond.
Really, I never heard that.
Oh.
Well, I guess. Hey, breaking news here on 95.3.
Oh no, it's not him. I'm just saying there was a rumor that it was him.
Yeah. Can you believe Eddie Haskell was a cop in California?
Yeah.
Is it true that he got shot in the leg or whatever, and then it just ended his career?
Well, yeah, Ken Osmond.
Yeah. Still alive?
Yes, he is.
Is he? Okay.
Along with Jerry Mathers and Tony Dow.
Tony Dow.
Yeah. Jerry Mathers, I follow him on Facebook.
Oh, you do, there.
And Jerry Mathers as the Beaver.
Yeah. I bet you have a last name named Dow.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Llewellyn Dow. Okay. No,
what?
Llewellyn Dow.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, whatever. It speaks for itself.
You mean endowed?
Endow, yeah.
Not endow.
Endow.
No, it's endowed.
Endowed.
Yeah.
Or do. Well, it's really do if you really think. I mean, D-O-W is do. Or is it Dow? I think it's do.
Tony Dow is spelled D-O-W.
Yeah. I just said, yeah, D-O-W is Dow or do. Either way, I think it sounds.
No, it's not either way.
Oh. Well, do or Dow is not the same way. I think it's spelled the same, I think.
Why don't you spell Hugh Beaumont? Can you spell Hugh?
H-U-G-H.
All right. And Beaumont.
Yeah, Beaumont. I can't spell that. I mean, I'm about June Billingsley.
No, it's not June Billingsley.
Oh, it's not June.
It's June Cleaver.
Oh, I mean, no, her real name.
Oh, Barbara.
Oh, Barbara Billingsley.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's not with us anymore either.
No. Oh, she's not.
No.
I'm about Lumpy.
Lumpy is not with us either.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You mean Clarence died?
Yes.
Clarence Rutherford III?
Frank Bank.
Oh, I didn't know he passed.
Yeah, I told you he did.
Oh, I know. Oh, okay, yeah. Frank Bank, wow.
All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up today. It's going to be a warm one out there. Have a great day, everybody. We'll be back Wednesday morning. Thanks for listening to The Morning Show, 95.3 FM, WMNH.
What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
This special edition of Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
In times of crisis, you need a law firm that stands by your side. With over 40 years of experience, Craig and Getsoulis is dedicated to fighting for your rights. As former state prosecutors, our attorneys have the knowledge and trial experience to provide an aggressive defense against any charge, from DUIs to homicides. If you've been injured, our compassionate team will assess your case and fight for the compensation you deserve. Serving all of New Hampshire, Craig and Getsoulis is here when you need us most. Craig and Getsoulis, your advocates, your allies.
Bring your kitchen to life with Queen City Cabinetry. Located at 87 Elm Street in the historic Sunbeam Mall in Manchester. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They can be reached at 603-222-2007 or on the web at queencitycabinetrynh.com. Come see the possibilities. Queen City Cabinetry, another proud sponsor of WMNH.
Diz's Cafe is the place to put a smile on your face. Judy and the crew will take care of you. Bring your appetite and treat your taste buds right. Diz's Cafe is always a winning choice. Breakfast, lunch, or supper. Diz's Cafe.
at 860 Elm Street in downtown Manchester. Dine in, take out, or make a reservation. Call 603-606-2532. Eat, drink, and be happy. Diz's Cafe.
You are listening to WMNHLP, Manchester's radio.
Broadcasting from the top of 1000 Elm Street. Our studios are located at 119 Canal Street and licensed to Manchester Public Television Service in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Contact us by email at WMNH953@gmail.com or through our website at WMNHradio.org.
Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination.
It's 9 o'clock.
You're listening to WMNH 95.3.
World premiere.
Cosmic Blossom. Take your time.
Listening to WMNH 95.3. The commander to the
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Here we go again. It is that time. Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious Manchester, New Hampshire. Streaming worldwide, of course, at mattconnerton.com/live, where you can find all the info about the show, about where you can stream it and how to contact us and live streaming options, social media links, etc., etc. Today is Saturday, May 31, 2025, and I am not alone.
Good morning, sunshine.
Yes, Jenny is here at the news table.
Present and accounted for.
And we have an exciting show for you. By the way, we opened with the brand new track from Cosmic Blossom, which I think just became available on all the streaming platforms, but that was the world radio premiere of that song.
That was awesome.
The first time ever played on the radio here on WMNH. Gary Smith, who, again, as I always say, one of the most talented and absolutely busiest musicians I know, sent us that track. That was kind of a late addition, but very, very happy to play that on the show. And by the way, speaking of music, that theme music, if you like that theme music that you hear at the beginning of every show, it's not going to be around much longer. We got something new coming. So hint, hint.
Tease.
Hint, hint. Yeah, and it's going to be really good, too. I'm very excited about that.
Yes.
Very excited.
Me too.
But we have a very busy show for you. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, the Worry People are going to be joining us all the way from the UK. Great duo. We actually played their newest single, Gold, recently, and we're going to play that again in just a couple of moments, and then we'll get them on. We're using Google Teams now for the first time on the show, so hopefully everything goes well with that. We've used WhatsApp, and that went well. That was a success, but Google Teams, that's what Peter White seems to be using on the morning show, and it's working well for him, so we're using that now too, because Skype has gone away. So we'll be talking to the Worry People. We're going to play that track again, Gold, and then we'll talk to the Worry People. I don't know if it's going to be both guys, and then we'll at the end of it, we'll play another great song of theirs. Coming up in the second hour this week on the show, we've got the Forensics, another great band from the UK, and looking forward to that. And then in the third hour, Kevin Horan, a great singer-songwriter from the area. He's got a bunch of new studio tracks, and I think he's going to play live too, correct?
I believe so,
He did the last time he was on the show, and he's amazing.
I'm looking forward to it. He plays at the Great North Airworks.
Yes. And he's got a big show coming up, too, with Cosmic Blossom, actually. They're going to be on the same show.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
So really looking forward to that. Always great to see Kevin, and he's amazing. I love his voice. Such a cool voice.
The art scene in Manchester is amazing.
Yes.
It really is.
So welcome to the program, everybody. By the way, I see Gary Hancock in the Facebook live chat. Hello, Gary.
Hello.
Of course, from Big G's PR, or Big G PR.
Cheerio.
In over in the UK, and they're great. And Gary and Eden, they send us a lot of great guests, and we love that. Also, Who I Am is in the Facebook live chat, also known as Lacey. I'm never sure if it's Beeb or BB. I'm never sure how to say it, but
lovely to see you.
Let me know when it's time to rock. My favorite song from Who I Am. Absolutely. Let's see. And who else? Well, we might have some other people in the Facebook live chat too. It's funny. Sometimes I can't see all the.
Depends on which screen you're in.
I can't see everyone's comments at once, depending on whether they're watching on YouTube or on Facebook. With Restream, I'm supposed to be able to see everything in one chat, but
yeah, it's not working.
but sometimes I can't. It's kind of interesting.
Or they're out of order.
Yes. So, also too, we're going to be recording later today. For those of you listening live on Saturday. This is something completely separate from WMNH, but keep an eye out because Eric Pilcher and I, and longtime listeners of the show are familiar with Eric Pilcher because he's been a part of Matt Connarton Unleashed in various ways over the years. But he and I have a podcast called Tough Bumps, and we're going to be doing episode 6 today. And the last couple of them, instead of simply recording them and putting them up, we streamed them live. So keep an eye out. I think probably around 3 p.m. Eastern this afternoon, we're going to do episode 6 of Tough Bumps. So we don't really do a lot to promote the live stream because it's kind of not really officially a live show. It's a podcast that we record. But if we feel like going live, we do. And it's kind of fun to go live with that. So if you want to enjoy that, of course, like Tough Bumps on social media. But also just keep an eye out. You'll see that live notification today, and maybe you can join us on the show. So little plug for Tough Bumps. But I think what we should do now, I think we should go ahead and play this track again from the Worry People, Gold. Such a great song. And I really love, they've got another song too called Naked, which we'll play at the end of the track, which is also just a really, really cool track. But looking forward to talking with them. So if you are joining us live on Saturday morning, we've got a lot of great stuff today. But if you didn't hear the world premiere of this, or the American radio premiere, I should say, here it is. This is Gold, and this is The Worry People. That is called Gold, and that is by the Worry People, a great duo from the UK. And looking forward to speaking with them. So we're using Google Teams for the first time on this program. And I should have set the meeting time for a little bit earlier. For those who don't know, of course, this is how we do it for our international guests, where it's not as simple as just calling our studio line. And until recently, we were using Skype. But Skype is no more. Microsoft has taken Skype away from us, and so now they say just use Google Teams instead.
Are they not in the waiting room, my dear?
I don't see anything. Let me see here. It says waiting for others to join.
Interesting. Okay, I am going to try and reach them on the faces of the book. And yes, they are in the waiting room, it says.
They are in the waiting room?
They are in the
Okay.
waiting room. Let's see. Is it not letting you pull them in? Let's see.
I don't see them.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I don't see them.
Let's see. They're typing. I'm telling them that we're having a little issue on our end. See what they're seeing on their end. They crossed the pond. Have you guys clicked on the same link you sent me? Did you click on the same link you sent them? It's not an unreasonable question, actually. Oh, I heard something.
I just heard something. Hey, are you guys there?
Let's see. Not hearing them. Oh, I heard something. What was that?
I don't know.
That's weird. We are not. Let's see. Still not going, huh?
Well, I'm gonna play this other track, and then I'll resend them the link. Here, let's give this a spin. This is good.
I'm going to tell them that.
This is good too. This is called Naked. This is also the Worry People.
In times of crisis, you need a law firm that stands by your side. With over 40 years of experience, Craigan Getsoulis is dedicated to fighting for your rights. As former state prosecutors, our attorneys have the knowledge and trial experience to provide an aggressive defense against any charge, from DUIs to homicides. If you've been injured, our compassionate team will assess your case and fight for the compensation you deserve. Serving all of New Hampshire, Craigan Getsoulis is here when you need us most. Visit craiggetsoulis.com for a free consultation. Craigan Getsoulis, your advocates, your allies.
Bring your kitchen to life with Queen City Cabinetry. Located at 87 Elm Street in the historic Sunbeam Mall in Manchester. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They can be reached at 603-222-2007 or on the web at queencitycabinetrynh.com. Come see the possibilities. Queen City Cabinetry, another proud sponsor of WMNH.
Diz's Cafe is the place to put a smile on your face. Judy and the crew will take care of you. Bring your appetite and treat your taste buds right. Diz's Cafe is always a winning choice. Breakfast, lunch, or supper. Diz's Cafe at 860 Elm Street in downtown Manchester. Dine in, take out, or make a reservation. Call 603-606-2532. Eat, drink, and be happy. Diz's Cafe.
When it comes to keeping WMNH on the air and your own personal or business computer needs, trust Groland Computers. Located on Elm Street in Manchester, Groland handles computer repair, virus removal, and custom-built systems. Are you looking for budget-friendly options? Check out our selection of fully inspected used computers. We offer tailored on-site solutions. No unnecessary expenses here. Visit Groland.com or call Groland Computers at 603-645-0101. Your tech, your way. Trust Groland Computers.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. I think we've got the worry people on with us via WhatsApp. Oh, I hear something. That's a good sign. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, welcome. Yeah, sorry about that. Apparently, Google Teams is not cooperating, but I'm glad we get to speak to you via WhatsApp. So always good to have a backup. Are both of you there?
This is Sam speaking. I'm not sure if Ryan's here.
Oh, okay. All right, so
Thank you so much for having us. How are you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, really glad to talk to you. I love your song. You know, we just played Gold, and then we also played Naked. A couple of great tracks.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I love your sound. It's interesting that you guys are a duo. What goes on in the studio? Because obviously it sounds like a full band. Like anyone, you know, I'm sure you run into this all the time. People hear your music and they assume it's a full band, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we started off as a two-piece. We met in school, so we just kind of spent a lot of our time just jamming together in the music room and trying to come up with a sound. But there's a band over this way called Royal Blood that are quite heavy. It's just like a drum and bass thing, and we absolutely love them. But we also wanted to avoid that kind of comparison, so we tried to find a way of conveying our studio sound in a live setting. So yeah, we do incorporate a bass into our live set, and our producer is actually a bass player, so he's been joining us on stage lately. So it's been a lot of fun just to have that new dynamic and more of a a sort of more natural band dynamic on stage. You know, we're all good friends, so yeah, it's good fun.
That's convenient. One of the things too about that track Gold that really strikes me is I love the way, you know, it's very catchy, it's a little poppy, but then it gets to that part where it kind of gets heavy. you know, with the guitar, it kind of gets it gets pretty heavy there for a minute. And I really like that too, and I like that contrast within the song. You know, it totally fits. It's a surprise, but it also completely fits, and it's that's just really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, I've spent a lot of time just trying to come up with new ways of writing songs, because I kind of consider myself to be a songwriter, like, first and foremost. So just to try and break out of that typical mold, and we have so many influences between us that we've never really, apart from our last single Stamp, we've never really had like that heavier element to what we do. So yeah, it's nice to hint at that without sort of showing that's like our entire identity, because we are made up of so many different parts. So it's a lot of fun to play.
And I was reading too. So you guys are you and Ryan, you guys are childhood friends. You grew up together.
Yeah. I mean, he was in the year above me at school, and Ryan was in a different band at the time, and I was always kind of banging on that door. Can I play with you guys? But they were a tight group at the time. But yeah, I mean, it was during the pandemic where I think the 1975, who is a big influence, they released an album. And Ryan reached out. I think his band weren't doing so much at the time, and he said, "Oh, I know you're a fan of them. Do you want to get in the room, maybe do a cover or something?" So, yeah, we jumped in, we did it, and I went, "Well, I've actually got a few songs if you want to give them a try." And yeah, the rest was history, really.
Yeah, it sounds like it came together pretty quickly then.
Yeah, it was all very natural. I think that's a big part of being in the band. Like we've done the 2-piece thing for maybe 2 and a bit years now, I think.
Yeah.
But because we've become such good friends with our producer, it's been a very natural progression for him to join us on stage, because we are friends before bandmates. So it really helps.
That must be nice too, in the sense that, and this is a conversation that comes up a lot on the show. You know, when you have, say, you've got a band of 4 guys or 5 guys, or you know, and you've got to work around everyone's schedule, and everyone's kind of got different, you know, their own creative ideas and so forth. And sometimes it works, and sometimes there's that tug and pull, which can be healthy, but not always, and all of that.
Yeah.
But it sounds like this with what you're doing, and especially as you mentioned too, your producer, who kind of becomes that third member, but also is very easy to work with and in tune with what you guys are doing. I mean, it sounds like it must be, because I assume you've played in bands like where you've got a bunch of people, right?
No, this is actually my first band.
Oh, no kidding.
My first and only band. Our producer Charlie, he's worked with several bands before, and Ryan's obviously had his previous band. But yeah.
Wow. Well, you're off to a hell of a good start then.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good for you. Good for you. No, this is such a great project. That's fantastic. An obvious question, I'm sure this comes up all the time, but where does the name come from, the Worry People?
Okay, yeah. So it's I'm not sure if you've heard of them. They're called Guatemalan Worry Dolls. And have you heard of them before?
I am not familiar with this, but I'm very intrigued.
Okay. So basically, I was a bit of an anxious kid at school, in primary school. And my mum came home one day with this little bag, and it had like these little like matchstick figure people in there.
Yeah.
And they're all like, they had like faces drawn on them, and they were wrapped in kind of sounds a bit weird, but basically it came with a bit of paper, and it said, if there's anything that you're worried about, you tell them what you're worried about. You put it under your pillow, go to sleep, and in the morning they've taken all your worries away. And it really helped me in school. So I just wanted to pay homage to that, really. So yeah, the Worry People. Obviously, we've already got the Goo Goo Dolls, so I don't want to go too far down that route. So yeah, the Worry People it was.
Right. Did Ryan go for that right away too? I mean, did you have to sell it, or was he on board immediately?
Nah, I mean, Ryan's pretty chill about most things, to be honest. He's happy to go with the flow.
Yeah. No, that's cool. So now that you've described it, I actually have heard of that concept, but I didn't know what they were called. They're called Guatemalan Worry People. Is that?
That's it. Yeah.
Guatemalan Worry Dolls. So someone had described something like that to me once a long time ago, but I'd forgotten that's what they were called. That's interesting. I'm very curious, because this is something that also comes up a lot on the show, mental health and all of that. So did that help you when you were a kid quite a bit? Did you get
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say I had too many, like a massive friend circle growing up, and I'm glad that Ryan was that guy for me. So yeah, I mean, we've written about topics to do with mental health as well. So yeah, I think it's quite important, especially our fourth EP and stuff like that. And we have a track called Face on our third EP, which is specifically about mental health issues in guys. If you have a friend who you think might needs any help, then just ask. Be their friend, be that guy.
Oh, that's very interesting, and that's cool, because I think, well, first of all, any kind of problems. I mean, I think the best therapy is being creative, right? If you can take the things that you struggle with in life, whether it be anxiety or whatever it is, any kind of mental health issues, and if you can take that and create something from it, or trauma, or anything negative, if you can take that and create something positive with it and create art from it, I think that's the best. I think that's the best therapy that there is, and I think that. So I really commend that.
Totally agree.
That you're able to,
especially with our fourth EP. The way I looked at that, because it was sort of about maybe a not so great relationship and whatever.
Sure.
And it's a way, when I was writing it was a way for me to sort of process that and all of those feelings. But when we put it out, it was more of like a sense of ownership of those feelings. So, once you put it out, it's a release. So I totally agree. Being able to dive into music in that way and help you work through whatever you're going through is a beautiful thing.
I'm curious, are you an introvert?
I mean, depends on the circumstances. I love going to gigs and seeing my friends who also play music. So in that case, I love to get stuck in. But I mean, in any other social situation, I like to keep to myself.
Yep. I can relate to that. I was curious because a lot of musicians, especially, are introverts, but people are surprised. Like I've had people say to me, I've told people I'm an introvert, and they're like, "What? You're an introvert? How can you be an introvert? You've played in bands. You're on the radio, and And I explain to them, well, yes, but that doesn't mean that I go to parties and have a good time, because I do not do
Absolutely.
that. Yeah. But people have misunderstandings about what an introvert is, what it means to be an introvert. But I also feel that that many of us who are, we like to express ourselves with music and performance and all of that. And
yeah, it's a bit of a catch-22 being a musician, because we love going out there and playing music, but we also love being in bed by 10. So.
Well said. Have you guys put out a full album yet, or has it strictly been EPs up to this point?
Yeah, it's been EPs. We've put out a couple of singles. We would love to do an album, to be honest, but we're still in the phase of sort of like, meeting new people and potential fans and trying to get our name out there. So when we do eventually come to put an album out, we want to make sure that we've got all of the right ears listening.
Yeah, absolutely. It's we live in a time where there's so many different approaches that you can take, and of course, a lot of musicians now, they use they call it the waterfall approach, where you actually release a series of singles, and that may or may not eventually become an EP or an album. Which is, I'm older, and for me, growing up, it was the inverse of that. It was, first single goes to radio before the album, but after that, it's the album and then a series of singles. But we live in a time where you can really approach it many different ways.
Absolutely. You just have to do what's best for you.
Yeah. How many EPs do you guys have at this point?
We've got 4 EPs.
4, okay.
Yeah, so we put out 4 across 2 years, so we were very busy recording and just playing as much as we could. But yeah, I mean, we're taking our time with the singles at the moment. But yeah, we're always looking to the larger picture of things, and just we'll put out whatever feels right. Really, I do appreciate there is an industry standard, but at the end of the day, you've got to stay true to who you are as an artist and what you believe in.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, when you play live, is it a different experience in terms of, because obviously it's a different configuration than, well, in the studio, you can do anything you want. You can be a full band, quote unquote, in the studio. When you play live, is it a little bit stripped down? Is it a little bit different, or do you try to replicate?
No, I mean, with technology these days, every element that we play in the studio that we can't play in a live situation, we just put it on a track, and we can do that. So very much what you hear if you listen to us on any streaming service or on this amazing radio station right now is what you'll hear live.
I was curious about that, because I know that sometimes I was in a project called Chemical Distance, and we kind of did this. Cool. We did a similar thing like that, where some things would be on tracks, but sometimes things would go wrong with that too. And this was, and this was, and this was quite some time ago that I did that. But so I'm sure there's software now that is much more stable.
Yes, there is.
That you can do that.
Thankfully, we haven't had too many sort of major problems playing live.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm curious. Do people talk to you about your songs and come up to you after shows, or maybe contact you online and say, because we were talking about how the content and the inspiration of some of your music being around mental health. Do you hear from people who say, this song really connected with me for this reason, or helped me with this problem, or does that happen?
It actually hasn't. But maybe I like to think that, they've taken something away with them from the show that they can just sort of keep for themselves. So
sure.
I'll take that as a win.
Oh, no doubt. Absolutely. 100%. What is the live situation, by the way, for you guys? Are you touring a lot? Are you doing a lot of shows?
Yeah, I mean we play plenty of shows in our home county, but we've been reaching out across the whole of the UK with the help of our manager over the past couple of years now. So it's been a great experience just to see more of the place we live, and even though you're only traveling a bit further up the country, how different that music scene is and how the crowd responds, and it's brilliant. Yeah, I mean we'll play wherever we can go, really.
Have you had an opportunity to do any festivals, or do you have any festivals coming up this summer?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's plenty of festivals in the UK. I mean, last year we actually did what was it? I think it was like a 12-hour drive up to Inverness in Scotland, or just outside of Inverness.
Yeah.
That was called Belladrum Festival. That's probably like the biggest festival that we've played so far. Yeah, it was an amazing experience, and we'd happily do more festivals this year as well. And yeah.
And it looks like, too, from what I was reading, you're having some success there on radio. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking at a list.
We've got it here so far, and you've been kind enough to have us. So
oh, absolutely.
I'd say it's going well.
Absolutely. No, we're happy to be your conduit into the American radio market because, like I said, we love what you guys are doing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely amazing. What should people know, Sam, about where to keep up with everything that you're doing? Where should they go online?
Well, I mean, you can follow us on all socials at The Worry People Music. However, we do have a website as well where we talk about what shows we've got coming up. We've got a newsletter where we also send out regular newsletters to do with upcoming shows, any new singles, like previews and stuff like that. And that's theworrypeople.co.uk.
Very good. Very good. I was thinking about to end the segment. Here's what I'm thinking about doing. With your approval, tell me how you feel about this. I was thinking about playing Face because we were talking about it, and I haven't listened to that one yet, and I'm really curious to hear that one.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
And then after that, I'll also play Gold again because that's such a great track, and I know that's the newest single. And is that out yet, or is that coming out in June? Is that a June 6th?
That's coming out June the 6th. Yeah.
June 6th. Okay. So so that's cool to feature that too because again, we're giving people a preview. That'll be on all the streaming platforms, I assume.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Anywhere you listen to music.
Outstanding. Yeah, so we'll give that another spin too because that is such a great track. But
very kind. Thank you.
Absolutely. But Sam, listen, it's been great talking with you, and I appreciate your patience. Again, we tried Google Teams and it didn't quite work out, but there's WhatsApp is proven to be a worthy backup.
It saved the day.
It saved the day. Absolutely. And we'll definitely do this again. You guys are very busy. It sounds like you've got a lot coming up, and you're going to be continuing to release new music. So as you do that, like I said, we're happy to give it a spin here at WMNH, and we'd love to have you on, and hopefully get Ryan on too, and we can have more conversations in the future. But we're big fans here, so. Keep up the great work.
Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that.
Absolutely. We'll talk again soon. All right, Sam. Thank you.
Take care.
You got it. Bye-bye. All right. Excellent. That was Sam from The Worry People. And I think we should play this track, Face.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to give a shout out to Awaiting Abigail. I see you. I love you.
Oh, yes.
And it's one of my favorite T-shirts to wear.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We love Awaiting Abigail. Definitely. So we're going to play a couple of these. So we're going to play Face because we were talking about it during our conversation with Sam, and then we're going to play, and then we'll give Gold another spin too. And again, the single.
Really love that song.
Yeah, I do too. And the single Gold from The Worry People, that will be out on June 6th. But you've been hearing
it here first.
You've been hearing it for the first time in the United States, at least. It's probably already getting played in the UK.
I get to say it when I'm on this side of the pond.
That's right. Yeah. But in the United States, you're hearing it for the first time. Absolutely.
Right here.
So if you are listening live on Saturday, stick around. We've got plenty of show coming up. We've got the Forensics at the top of the hour, another great UK band. And then in the third hour, Kevin Horan joins us live in studio. But here it is. This is called Face, and this is, of course, from The Worry People.
A bit snuffly, actually.
He was told the devil that he knows is better than the devil that he don't. Just a boy at 21 years old. Cracks and porcelain begin to show. Spends all evening at the bar, telling strangers he'll Take a little something, drift and roll away. Burn a little time instead. Something in the shadows set me back and made me think again. I'm getting lost. Oh. Next time that you find me, I'll be howling at the moon. Yeah, well, I'm getting lost. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cross that line and find myself away from all I knew. I'm so high to see what I walk behind and all that's out in front of me. Out here I'm clear and feel. Breathing the bird, get diving gently, carried by the breeze. But I'm getting lost. You can find me, I'll be smiling halfway to the moon. Yeah, well, I'm getting lost. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cross that line and find myself away from all I knew. But it feels so real. Could it be any further from my mind? Is it me they see? Do they even realize that I'm I'm getting lost. Next time that you find me, I'll be bouncing around the moon. Yeah, well, I'm getting lost. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cross that line and find myself away from all I knew. I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cross that line, but I'll be fine because I'm on the move.
In times of crisis, you need a law firm that stands by your side. With over 40 years of experience, Craig and Getsoulis is dedicated to fighting for your rights. As former state prosecutors, our attorneys have the knowledge and trial experience to provide an aggressive defense against any charge, from DUIs to homicides. If you've been injured, our compassionate team will assess your case and fight for the compensation you deserve. Serving all of New Hampshire, Craig and Getsoulis is here when you need us most. Visit CraigGetsoulis.com for a free consultation. Craig and Getsoulis, your advocates, your allies.
Bring your kitchen to life with Queen City Cabinetry, located at 87 Elm Street in the historic Sunbeam Mall in Manchester. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They can be reached at 603-222-2007 or on the web at queencitycabinetrynh.com. Come see the possibilities. Queen City Cabinetry, another proud sponsor of WMNH.
Diz's Cafe is the place to put a smile on your face. Judy and the crew will take care of you. Bring your appetite and treat your taste buds right. Diz's Cafe is always a winning choice. Breakfast, lunch, or supper. Diz's Cafe. at 860 Elm Street in downtown Manchester. Dine in, take out, or make a reservation. Call 603-606-2532. Eat, drink, and be happy. Diz's Cafe.
When it comes to keeping WMNH on the air and your own personal or business computer needs, trust Groland Computers. Located on Elm Street in Manchester, Groland handles computer repair, virus removal, and custom-built systems. Are you looking for budget-friendly options? Check out our selection of fully inspected used computers. We offer tailored on-site solutions. No unnecessary expenses here. Visit Groland.com or call Groland Computers at 603-645-0101. Your tech, your way. Trust Groland Computers.
Midnight. 7 times out of 10, we listen to our music at night. Thus spawned the title of this program.
Late Night Delight with DJ Midas, right here on WMNH Manchester.
You wanna know why? Because I'm on the radio.
Saturdays and Sunday nights, midnight to 4 a.m.
This hour on WMNH is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 5 Dartmouth Drive in Auburn. They serve all your business needs, including employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com. Behold the harmony of airwaves as you immerse yourself in the captivating frequencies of WMNHLP, the sonic heartbeat of Manchester, transcending through the ether at 95.3 megahertz frequency modulation. Our transmissions emanate from the zenith of 1000 Elm Street. Venture into the heart of our creative realm at 119 Canal Street, where innovation and sound collide. We bear the imprimatur of Manchester Public Television Service in the venerable city of Manchester, New Hampshire, USA. Enrich your auditory journey with the depth of our licensed residents. Dispatch your missives to WMNH953@gmail.com or traverse the virtual corridors of WMNHradio.org. Engage with our sonic vibrations by communing with us through the digital channels. Your radio beckons, eager to enthrall you with its mesmerizing cadence and envelop you in a symphony of boundless auditory wonder.
WMNH, rip the knob off.
This is Eleanor Langthorne from Vices Inc., and you're listening to Matt Connarton Unleashed on 95.3 WMNH.
You are listening to WMNH 95.3.
World premiere.
I'm gonna spend my days walking through the sun.
I sure do love the way that you move. I'm thinking that you're gonna find a sweet, simple dude. All I care about is getting you all in the mood. And I know my little soul, it ain't gonna stand a chance, no it don't. If I don't get the nerve to ask you all to dance, just don't go catching fears or the little gypsy boy. No, no, he's getting high and playing tunes, being unemployed. Oh boy.
Just take your time, man. Got that brain on need to rush, baby. Sing it to him, sweet old Jimmy Boy. Got that brain on need to rush, neck, no. Bring us on home, baby.
Just can't forget all the places where we've been. And I just can't erase all the things that we have seen. Now I lie awake 'cause I see you in my dreams. Oh please Maxine, set me free. Caught in the
Oh my God, what a great track. That gets stuck in my head. It's been stuck in my head since the first time we heard it. That is Maxine, and the band is The Forensics. Welcome, everybody. We have entered hour number 2, numero dos of Matt Connarton Unleashed. Today is Saturday, May 31, 2025, and let's see if we got these guys. We're using Google Teams for our first time on the show since Skype has been taken away from us. Let's see if the guys from The Forensics are here. Hey, guys, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, how are you?
Oh, yes, it works. Excuse me. Guys, I'm just, forgive my over exuberance, but we, our guests in the first hour, we tried using Google Teams and it wasn't working out, so we had to use WhatsApp as a backup, but success. Welcome to the show. So who do we have on the line with us from the band?
Hi, I'm Liam. I'm the singer and rhythm guitarist.
Hey, Liam.
I'm Dan. I'm the drummer and the backing vocalist.
Very good, very good. Is it just you guys, or is anybody else floating around with us, or?
No, just us two.
Oh, okay, very, very good. Well, guys, welcome to the show. I became a fast fan. Of course, Maxine was the single. We did the American radio premiere of it here on WMNH. Such a great track. And then I kind of went down the rabbit hole. I spent some time on Spotify, and I listened to some of your others like Intoxicated and By My Side, which is a really interesting track. I love that one. And so you guys have a great sound. How long has the Forensics been a band? Have you guys been around a while? You sound like you have, just based on the sophistication of your music, but I don't know. How long has the Forensics been around?
So we kind of initially started out playing gigs in kind of late 2021, and then we put our first single out in 2022. So yeah, we've been together a little while, but me and Dan have been in bands before together and things like that. So there's a bit of chemistry there from previous and stuff.
Oh, okay. So the two of you have been, you've played together before. Like, did you guys grow up together, or did you just meet each other in the music scene and then do a lot of music?
Yeah. So I used to work with in the old band. I used to work with one of the rhythm guitarists, and their drummer couldn't make a gig for some reason. I got asked to sub in for that gig, and that was about, probably say that was 2017 or 2018 maybe.
Yeah.
And that's where I met Liam, and then since then I kind of was more into that band towards the end of it, and then I think the band split up around 2018, the end of 2018, 19 or something like that.
Okay.
And then COVID happened, and then I think during COVID, Liam started working on some solo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time mid to late 2021, he was ready to get a band together. And I think he messaged me pretty much straight away saying, come down, we need a drummer.
Okay.
And yeah, that's just the story of how me and Liam met, really.
And it sounds like, so once the two of you started working together on this project, it sounds like it came together pretty quickly. I mean, was it challenging to find, because you're a 4-piece, right? There's 4 guys in the band.
Yeah.
Was it challenging at all? I mean, obviously you guys had that chemistry to find other 2 guys to come in. Did that come together quickly, or did that take some time?
It came together kind of surprisingly quickly, really. It kind of, the type of thing you'd kind of expect to take a while to come together. And like I say, I started doing kind of like a solo project, and yeah, finding band members definitely isn't an easy task, because all the good ones are already in bands.
Right.
So it's difficult. It's like trying to make transfers in for like football teams and stuff. It's difficult because everyone wants kind of the guys that are available. So yeah, no, it came together surprisingly quickly, actually, which was really good, and that just meant that we kind of had a good solid base to start with. So yeah, it was quite quick.
Well, that's the thing, when it comes together quickly, then that's when you know you've really got something, right? If it's a struggle, and sometimes great bands come out of struggling in the beginning to kind of figure things out, but when it does come together quickly, that's when you know you've really got that magic. And when you've got, especially if you've got 4 people who not only can make great music together quickly, but also get along and kind of can vibe together, that's all very important. And that clearly, I think, comes through in what you're doing. The single Maxine, is that already out? Is that already on all the streaming platforms?
It is, yeah.
It came out last weekend.
Yeah.
The 23rd.
Yeah, very,
23rd of May.
Very, very strong track. It's such a, I don't know if earworm is a term you guys use over there, but you know, I wasn't saying it just to, just to be nice. I meant it. Like the first time I listened to that, it was stuck in my head for, I'm a musician myself, and I wake up every morning with a song playing in my head. It's just something that happens. And that has been on that, when my eyes first pop open in the morning, that's been on the playlist in my brain. That's one of those songs that I hear when I first wake up. So I'm really glad to have you guys on the show. But like I said, I did listen to some of the others, and really, really great stuff. How much music have you guys put out at this point?
I think we're on, I want to say single number around 6 or 7, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, like I say, the first one came out in 2022, and we've been kind of doing a couple probably each year. Yeah, just kind of like trying to kind of put the best stuff out, not trying to like overload it with putting too many releases out. I think we're trying to, everything we put out is kind of, we really believe in, and we put a lot of time and effort into kind of crafting the sound and making it sound the best we can. So we tend not to try and rush stuff out. But yeah, I think what are we on? 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh, we're on track 8 now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so eight tracks. So yeah, we've been busy.
Is that kind of the trajectory going forward to approach it that way, or do you have plans to? I don't know if you have an EP yet, or an album, or if there's plans to put these singles into an album, or what's kind of the future plan, or maybe you don't even know yet. I don't know.
We do have a plan to release an EP.
Oh, good.
Our debut EP. I don't know when. We're still working on it at the moment, but we were hoping it was going to be towards the end of this year, but as of right now, it's probably looking early next year.
Okay.
But no, I don't want to add our own horns here, but the songs we're doing are quite good.
Yeah.
I do say so myself. Like, we were recording them in March, and it's just like, wow, like these tunes are just on a different level to what we've already like produced and made. So yeah, we're looking forward to finishing them off.
Yeah. Are you in a hurry to get them done? Because I know that, again, just from my own experience playing, it's when you've got something really good, like you said, these are really good songs. When you've got something really good, you want to hurry up and get it out there, right? And or maybe not. I mean, I was actually surprised. I was talking to somebody recently, somebody on the show, about how, isn't it hard when you've got something that he's got music all done, ready to go, that he hasn't released yet. I said, isn't it hard when you've got something that is really good to have to sit on it because you want to wait for the right time to release it to get the maximum impact? And doesn't that take some discipline? And he said, no, not really. Oh, it was Eli Lev. He was on the show with us last week. He said, oh, no, not really. He said, I don't mind waiting until the time is right. And I just, from my own experience, I find it takes some discipline to do that. But are you guys in a hurry to get these out, or are you gonna kind of continue this? Because it does take some discipline, right? To say, okay, we don't want to oversaturate, we don't want to put out too much at once. We want to take our time. Is that knowing that you're only getting better? Does it take some discipline on your part to kind of take your time with these, or what's that like to be in that position?
Yeah, we tend to have the tracks for quite a while. That's just kind of how we've always worked. I think it's good to have them, to have the time to really, once they're finished, even to kind of sit and digest them. Because when you're in the process of making them, you're kind of thinking of all the little details, and then it's good sometimes to kind of like take a step back and look at the bigger picture of what the full track kind of sounds like.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, sometimes because we will have played a song live, like probably months before we even record it, and then by the time we've then recorded it and sat on it, and then by the time it kind of like comes out, it's like almost a bit like old news for us because we've heard it that many times. So
right.
But it morphs and changes every time we listen to it, and I think that kind of gives us a greater understanding of like how people might receive it. And it just means that if there's anything that we're not kind of completely happy with, I mean, to be fair, if we're still happy with a track, maybe 12 months, 18 months down the line after it kind of like first started being put together, I think that's kind of like a good kind of barometer that it's going to stand the test of time a bit. So yeah, it's got good points to it, definitely. And I mean, if we could put if we could just kind of keep putting tracks out like really, really quickly, we probably would, because we're writing new music all the time. But I think having that restraint, like you say, is quite important to kind of say, like, how is this going to be received by the public and stuff.
Right, absolutely. You did allude to playing live shows. What's the touring situation like for you guys? Are you playing a lot? Are you traveling, or because I would imagine it's a pretty high energy live show, just based on what I've heard, the music that I've listened to. I can kind of imagine you guys on stage, but what's the touring situation like for you guys?
So last year we did a lot of gigging.
Good.
In around the Northwest, and we actually played our first gig in Glasgow last year, which was, I think, probably our favourite gig, or one of our favourite gigs that we've ever played, because they do say like Scottish crowds are different to the English crowds.
Really?
Really, yeah. People say it, and I found it hard to believe, and then we went, and it was just, the energy was just on a different level.
Wow.
And it was just like, right, this was like class. And Glasgow's we spent the weekend in Glasgow, and it's just a great night. It's got great nightlife, a great city, a lot of cool bars, and yeah, probably our favorite place we've played at.
Yeah.
At the moment. We have taken a bit of a break from gigging at the start of the year, just because we did it a lot last year.
Yeah.
And sometimes we kind of took a step back, and it's like, we don't want to be gigging for the sake of gigging. We've got that experience of playing live. We've done all that now.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a gig for a reason, like for a release or like an EP coming out, that kind of thing. But no, we're actually gigging tonight for it's like a charity event for like men's mental health and other good causes tonight, and then we've got a few festivals lined up in the summer. So it's looking towards the end of the year. It's looking busy, but
yeah,
it's been a planned kind of thing that we've done.
Yeah,
it was our choice not to gig, not because nobody wanted to have us on.
That's another thing that I think takes some discipline too, is not taking a step back from gigging to focus on recording and all of that, and the other things that you really need to do to be a functioning band, because it's some bands, they just want to play out as much as possible, and you can oversaturate doing that, but no, but it sounds like you guys really you've got a lot of control over what you're doing. It's great. Where do you record, by the way? We should give some props to, I don't know if you work with a producer or if you do it yourselves, but everything I listen to on Spotify sounds amazing, including, of course, Maxine, this incredible single. But where do you guys record?
We record in a studio that's kind of in our kind of local area called the Grand in Clitheroe, but we record with a producer called Tom Hale, who we've been friends with for a long time. He's in a band that we've been playing gigs with. Well, me and Dan kind of been playing gigs with since we were kind of like 17, 18.
Okay.
We've known him for a very long time, and he's just an absolute wizard in terms of production and stuff. And he always just, I think we're very, very fortunate, I think, to have a producer that kind of just really understands us, understands our sound, and kind of we're good friends with as well. So we just have a great working relationship, and he always is just good at getting our ideas kind of out of our heads and like recorded and down exactly how we want it. So yeah, we're very, very fortunate in that respect, and he always does an incredible job of making our music sound amazing. So yeah, a big shout out to him for always making our music sound good.
Yeah, it sounds like he's sort of like a fifth member of the band in terms of in the studio, right? When you have a producer who really understands what you're doing, and to have that personal relationship too. You mentioned you're also good friends with him, and that's always helpful, I think, in a situation like that. Has everything that you've recorded as the Forensics, have they all been with Tom Hale?
The vast majority of them, bar there's kind of a single here and there. I think the first single we did wasn't, and then one we did recently as part of a project that was kind of promoting bands from our local area that was working with the Grand Studio. They put like a kind of a project together that was kind of trying to support grassroots music. So they recorded our track Made of Gold as part of that. So kind of a couple here and there, but the main bunch of our tracks all come from working with Tom. And I think he's very good at kind of, even we can come at him with any sort of idea and he kind of still makes them all sound like our sound, which is quite good. So yeah, he's definitely a big part of how we sound as a band.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. By the way, so where does the name come from, the Forensics? Who came up with the name, and is there any kind of special? I mean, it's a cool name, and so the answer may just be that it's a cool name. I don't know, but I'm curious. Is there any special meaning behind the name, the Forensics?
No, it was literally just a case of. I think because at the time, like Liam said, it started off as a solo project.
Yeah.
But so it was just Liam's name. But then Liam was like, I want us to be a band. I want us to all have, equal share, us to be a band. So the name needs to reflect that. And we were just throwing names down. I think we had just came up with 50 names, and the Forensics just stuck out the most. And it must have been a good name. And the other names must have been terrible because I can't remember any of them. So yeah, I think it's a good choice. And when people like say, oh wait, what's the name of your band? It's like the Forensics. It's like, oh, that's a really cool name, that. And it's like, yeah. I was surprised that we couldn't really find anyone else that had that name as well. So I think like, oh, right, this is ours now. We're taking it. And
Yeah.
No one else could.
Yeah, I actually, now that you mention it, yeah, that is surprising that no one else had decided to grab that. No, it's a great name, so very cool, and I like the what was it on Instagram, the picture of you guys with the caution tape or the police tape or whatever it was. That's a very cool image. So yeah, no, you got something good there. So what's kind of the so obviously Maxine, the newest single, what's the next step for you guys? Do you have another single kind of ready to go soon, or are you still working on that, or what's where are you in the process of what you're doing?
Yeah, we've kind of got I don't really like to call them B-sides because I think that kind of makes it feel like the A-side is more important than the B-side. But yeah, we have got a second track that's kind of like a follow-up to this one that we recorded around a similar time, called Not Giving Up. A very different feel to this track, kind of completely different altogether, but still very much kind of our kind of signature sound and stuff. So yeah, we've got that one coming up, and it's going to be the B-side to a vinyl that we've had made. So we were very fortunate to work with a kind of independent vinyl maker called Lave to the Grave, and they put some really stunning vinyls together for us that will have Maxine on the A side and Not Giving Up on the B side. So that's kind of going to be coming soon.
That is so cool. Yeah, that's so cool that you're doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I collect vinyls myself, so it was like kind of a big goal for I think all of us in the band really to have our music kind of like on physical format, and we've got some clear, transparent ones and some kind of regular black ones as well. That we're really, really looking forward to kind of getting out eventually. But I think the main thing will be to get Not Giving Up out into the world, and then get the vinyls out. So that's kind of the next step, recording wise, anyway.
Yeah. What about as far as so you're doing vinyl? That's so cool. What about as CDs? Do you have physical CDs of these singles, or do you strictly release them online?
We don't actually have any CDs as of yet. We are more just online and streaming based. But yeah, we just jump straight to vinyl instead of cutting to CD.
I think that's cool. I don't know if I forget if it was 2022 or 2023, but I think it was 22 was the first year that vinyl actually outsold CDs since CDs had become the dominant format. So I think that's so cool that you're doing vinyl. That's awesome. And
it's great.
Yeah, I mean CDs are cool, but not as cool.
Yeah, I think I don't know where you would even play a CD now, because even in cars and stuff, there's no CD players anymore. And I think they're kind of I wonder if they'll do a bit of a comeback like vinyls, because but yeah, there's nowhere to really like. I haven't seen a CD player in forever, so it's kind of like, you know, we would do it if there was a demand there for CDs. We would definitely think about it, but I think we just don't. No one's even really mentioned, you know, asking for them or anything like that, really. So we're although to be fair, we have also got people asking for vinyls who don't have a vinyl player. So, you know,
oh sure,
I think vinyls are a bit more. They're more of a, I don't know. They feel like a collector's item, and it's like art, isn't it? Like it's the artwork and the sleeve and the actual record itself. It's like it feels like a piece of art, like a collectible. I think that's why I think they're coming back and making a bit of resurgence and stuff.
Oh, I say that all the time, that I think most people who buy new vinyl, never even open it, or if they do open it, they put the artwork on the wall or whatever. But because if you're a really big fan of a band or a solo artist or whomever, you know, it's cool to support them by buying the vinyl and then displaying it somehow if you really like them. But you don't necessarily have a record player. Here at WMNH, we actually do have a record player in the studio that one of the hosts brought in. I've never used it, but he brought it in and said anyone can plug it in and use it. And we actually have a CD player here too that I've never used, but one of our hosts does use it. But in the United States with CDs, it's a little different. There's been a resurgence. Most of the guests that we have on the show who are in the U.S. who come in studio, they are doing physical media, but if we were having this conversation 7 or 8 years ago, I would probably say, yeah, CDs are pretty much dead, but they've kind of had a resurgence because it's cheaper than vinyl, and a lot of people do want that physical media. But, because they want to be able to look at liner notes and things like that, which I always loved growing up. So they've kind of made a comeback here. But again, if you're doing singles, there's really, like, nobody puts out a single CD. It's only if they have an album or an EP, they might put out a CD. But so they've made a little bit of a resurgence here, but when you're only doing singles, I think it makes more sense to just put them out on the streaming platforms. But I do think it's really cool that you're doing vinyl and you're doing the old school where you've got an A side and a different track on the B side, and that's fantastic. So good for you guys. Good for you. When the next single comes out too, we'd love to play it here. So like I said, we're big fans of what you're doing. So. Absolutely. So before we let you go, I'm thinking, by the way, I'm going to end the segment with this track, Intoxicated. This is another great song. This was the single before Maxine, correct?
Yes, yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, this is a great track too. So we'll probably wrap up with that one in a moment. But before we let you guys go, and again, thank you so much. And thank you I'm glad that Google Teams worked out. What should people know about where to find you guys online to keep up with everything you're doing? Where's the best place for people to go?
We're on as so our handle on Twitter, Instagram, etc. is all Forensics Band. So drop just Forensics Band, and then Spotify, the Forensics, YouTube, the Forensics. Like we say, we've got quite a unique name, so if you put the Forensics in, it should just come up with us. So we're not fighting for space with anyone, thankfully. So all under the Forensics.
Yeah, that's awesome. Excellent. Well, listen, Liam and Dan, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And obviously, we will do this again in the future as you're releasing new music. We want to keep up with everything that you're doing, so we'll talk again soon, I'm sure. But and we'll let you go. We're going to spin this track, Intoxicated. But guys, thank you again both so much. We really appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
All right, guys, you got it. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, excellent. That was Liam and Dan from the Forensics. And we're going to spin, actually, I'm going to sneak in two here. We're going to play Intoxicated, and we're also going to play another single of theirs called By My Side, because I love that song too. That one goes back a little bit. By My Side goes back, well, maybe not that far, but I love both of these songs. And then we'll also, before the end of the hour, we'll also give Maxine one more spin, because that's the newest single. All great stuff. This is such a good band. I really love these guys. So if you are just joining us, Matt Connarton Unleashed, we are live on this Saturday, May 31, 2025. We got more show to come. Coming up in the third hour, Kevin Horan will be here with us. But check this out. This is Intoxicated, and the band is the Forensics.
say I won't believe. I still don't know what it is you're seeing me. It's alright now. 'Cause I don't mind as long as I've got you by my side. And I don't care as long as I know that you're right there. And I don't mind, I don't mind, I don't mind. And I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. And I don't mind, I don't mind, I don't mind. And I don't care. Just can't forget all the places where we've been. And I just can't erase all the things that we have seen. Now I lie awake 'cause I see you in my dreams. Oh, please, Maxine, set me free. Caught in a fishnet.
Do you want me? Now you've seen it all. I can hold my breath to keep my thoughts from falling out. But it's plain to see, all that I want is here and now. Well, I fell hard, but I'm still falling short. And the worst part is how I wanted more. Oh, across my heart, promise I'm not going back. This is all too much. Will this pressure settle down? Run back memories every night and hoping something changes time. Run back memories every night and hoping something changes time. Run back memories every night and hoping something changes time. Run back memories one more time. Won't you let me down? Oh, won't you let me down? Oh, won't you let me down? Let me down.
In times of crisis, you need a law firm that stands by your side. With over 40 years of experience, Craig and Getsoulis is dedicated to fighting for your rights. As former state prosecutors, our attorneys have the knowledge and trial experience to provide an aggressive defense against any charge, from DUIs to homicides. If you've been injured, our compassionate team will assess your case and fight for the compensation you deserve. Serving all of New Hampshire, Craig and Getsoulis is here when you need us most. Visit CraigGetsoulis.com for a free consultation. Craig and Getsoulis, your advocates, your allies.
Bring your kitchen to life with Queen City Cabinetry, located at 87 Elm Street in the historic Sunbeam Mall in Manchester. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They can be reached at 603-222-2007 or on the web at queencitycabinetrynh.com. Come see the possibilities. Queen City Cabinetry, another proud sponsor of WMNH.
Diz's Cafe is the place to put a smile on your face. Judy and the crew will take care of you. Bring your appetite and treat your taste buds right. Diz's Cafe is always a winning choice. Breakfast, lunch, or supper. Diz's Cafe at 860 Elm Street in downtown Manchester. Dine in, take out, or make a reservation. Call 603-606-2532. Eat, drink, and be happy. Diz's Cafe.
When it comes to keeping WMNH on the air and your own personal or business computer needs, trust Groland Computers. Located on Elm Street in Manchester, Groland handles computer repair, virus removal, and custom-built systems. Are you looking for budget-friendly options? Check out our selection of fully inspected used computers. We offer tailored on-site solutions. No unnecessary expenses here. Visit Groland.com or call Groland Computers at 603-645-0101. Your tech, your way. Trust Groland Computers.
Midnight.
7 times out of 10, we listen to our music at night. Thus spawned the title of this program.
Late Night Delight with DJ Midas, right here on WMNH Manchester.
You wanna know why? Because I'm on the radio.
Saturdays and Sunday nights, midnight to 4 a.m.
This hour on WMNH is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 5 Dartmouth Drive in Auburn. They serve all your business needs, including employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, and customized business insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600 or on the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
Behold the harmony of airwaves as you immerse yourself in the captivating frequencies of WMNHLP, the sonic heartbeat of Manchester, transcending through the ether at 95.3 megahertz frequency modulation. Our transmissions emanate from the zenith of 1000 Elm Street. Venture into the heart of our creative realm at 119 Canal Street, where innovation and sound collide. We bear the imprimatur of Manchester Public Television Service in the venerable city of Manchester, New Hampshire, USA. Enrich your auditory journey with the depth of our licensed resonance. Dispatch your missives to WMNH953@gmail.com or traverse the virtual corridors of WMNHradio.org. Engage with our sonic vibrations by communing with us through the digital channels. Your radio beckons, eager to enthrall you with its mesmerizing cadence and envelop you in a symphony of boundless auditory wonder.
WMNH, rip the knob off.
You are listening to WMNH 95.3.
World premiere.
I'm gonna spend my days walking through the sun. 'Cause your love sucks, but you can still have fun. I've got folks coming around calling me a jerk. Oh, 'cause lately I don't feel like doing no work. You gotta explain something to me, 'cause I don't understand. Why all my precious time has to go back to the man. I'm gonna found myself a little simple joy. Getting out playing tunes, being unemployed. Oh boy. Just take your time now, right? 'Cause there ain't no need to rush, get there. Give 'em something sweet, Jimmy boy. 'Cause you know I'm gonna tell them. Bring it on home, Friday.
I'm gonna spend my nights right here in the groove. 'Cause yeah, I sure do love the way that you move. I'm thinking that you're gonna find I'm a sweet, simple dude. All I care about is getting you all in the mood. And I know my little soul, it ain't gonna stand a chance, no it don't. If I don't get the nerve to ask you all to dance, just don't go catching fears for the little gypsy boy. No, no, he's getting high and playing tunes, being unemployed. Oh boy.
Just take
This is Eleanor Langthorne from Vices Inc., and you're listening to Matt Connarton Unleashed on 95.3 WMNH.
You are listening to WMNH 95.3.
The commander to the supreme leader, Matzo coming down.
On another road today, make a little magic, take a little something, drift and roll away. Burn a little time instead. Something in the shadows set me back and made me think again. I'm getting lost. Oh. Next time that you find me, I'll be howling at the moon. Yeah, well, I'm getting lost. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cross that line and find myself away from all I knew. I'm so high to see what I walk behind and all that's out in front of me. Out here I'm clear and feel breathing the bird get diving gently carried by the breeze. But I'm getting lost. You can find me, I'll be smiling halfway to the moon. Yeah, well, I'm getting lost. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cross that line and find myself away from all I knew. But it feels so real. Could it be any further from my mind? Is it me they see? Do they even realize that I'm I'm getting lost. Next time that you find me, I'll be bouncing around the room. Yeah, well, I'm getting lost. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cross that line and find myself away from all I knew. I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cross that line, but I'll be fine because I'm on the move.
That is called Drift. That is the new single from Kevin Horan. And Kevin is here with us. We're going to speak with him in just a moment. Really looking forward to this. But welcome, everybody. If you are listening live, You have entered our number 3 numero trace of Matt Connarton Unleashed, and we are live from the studios of WMNH 95.3 FM in glorious Manchester, New Hampshire. Of course, you can also stream the show. Go to mattconnerton.com/live for all your live streaming options, social media contacts, and show archives, etc., etc. Jenny is here, of course, at the news table.
Present and accounted for.
As we call it. Yes, yes. And let me get that mic up. Kevin Horan is here with us live. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Oh, let me turn you up a little bit here. Let me get you a little louder.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
Welcome. This is your first time at the new digs.
Yes, it is. Yep. Last time I was with you guys was over on Elm Street, up on that building upstairs.
Yeah, isn't this nicer?
It is. It's very cool.
Everything's new and clean, and you can tell, like, when you look at the outside of the building, you know what's inside it.
Yeah. So this was an old bus station.
This used to be the bus station. Yep.
This is cool.
Yeah.
This is cool.
No, we love it here. What's nice too is, because the old station, I mentioned the name being on the building because at the old location, same station, the old location, I should be more precise, you wouldn't know. Like if you were on Elm Street looking up, you'd never know there was a radio station in the building.
It was above Margaritas.
Yeah, third floor Margaritas.
One thing I liked about that was that I remember I came on one time and it was like a nice, beautiful summer evening or spring day or something, and the windows were open or something. You could just hear all the action outside. It was kind of cool.
That part I kind of miss. Yeah. But everything else is just so much nicer here. So
I just drank from a water fountain for the first time in since I was 12.
Yeah. I love that single Drift. Did that just come out? Is that brand new, or how new is that?
It came out a couple weeks ago. It's actually the title track off the upcoming album.
Okay.
It's my first ever solo album.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. When you were on the show before, how many times is this your third time or second time on the show? I feel like it's your third.
It would have been 3.
It would have been 3. Oh, do you want to tell the story of?
I have to. I have an apology to make as I'm sitting right here before you both. So I think it was about a year and a half ago. I was booked. I was supposed to be on, and my wife and I had actually just moved to our house in Concord. And I remember that specifically because the house was, you know how it is when you move, it's chaos. There's boxes all over the place.
Yeah.
And everything. And as musicians tend to do, we're running late. So I got up that morning. I'm like, all frenzied, looking for my. I'm not the type of guy. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not the type of guy that usually loses my keys. But for whatever reason, this morning that I'm supposed to be on a radio show, can't find my keys. I'm looking through all the boxes and tearing them apart. And my neighbors, I don't think, talked to us for 6 months because they probably heard this psycho going crazy, like, oh. And then I'm like, well, I definitely wouldn't have locked them in my car. And then I go out to the driveway, and there they are sitting right on the front passenger seat of my car.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, okay, at this point, I know I got to cancel.
Yeah.
What lie do I come up with to tell them to avoid telling them that I locked that? It's like, hey, Frank, I can't be into work because I locked. Oh, yeah, no big deal. But like, hey, I can't be on your radio show because I'm an idiot. So anyway, yes, I locked Jen was lovely about it, but I locked my keys in my car and had to miss being on a radio show.
Oh yeah. But so you realized they were in your car after you'd already torn everything else apart looking for them?
So the whole house is torn apart. My neighbors think I'm crazy, and then and then there they are sitting on the passenger seat of my car. And I had to call AAA to come open my door.
Oh, no kidding!
Yeah.
You didn't have a spare key anywhere?
No, a grown adult. Where's your spare key? No big deal. That's what I'm saying. Like, how do I call this one in?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I have a quick key story. I once threw a set of car keys into a dumpster by mistake.
Yeah,
I was living in an apartment complex in Concord at the time, and I was on my way out the door, and I was in a big hurry, and I'd left. I was running late. It's always running late, right?
Yeah.
So I had a bag of garbage next to the door that I was going to take to the dumpster on my way out. So I'm in a hurry. So I grab my car keys and my house keys. They're all in one key ring. I grab them with my right hand, and I'm in a big hurry, and I'm running out the door, and I'm like, oh, I got to grab that bag of garbage. And with the same hand, I grabbed the bag of garbage, and I was in such a hurry that somehow, once I got outside, on my way to my car, I was like, oh, I got to throw this bag of garbage away, and I managed to forget that in the same hand, I'm also holding my keys, and I remember hurling the garbage bag into the dumpster, and just kind of it was like everything was moving in slow motion for a moment, because it's like I'm watching the garbage bag sail into the dumpster, and I'm also watching my keys sailing into that dumpster, and it's like no. Yeah. And sure enough, yep. So there was one lucky thing about it, though. Believe it or not, there was actually a lucky thing in the story. The dumpster had been emptied that morning. The truck had come to empty the dumpster. So when I ran over and I looked in, I could see the garbage bag, and my keys were sitting right on top of the garbage bag I just thrown into it.
That's lucky.
Still had to climb in and get the keys, but at least
didn't have to dive through everybody's garbage.
That would have been horrible. That would have been horrible. But no, but anyway, we're very happy that you're here. I listened to the tracks that you sent. I love them all.
Thank you.
Drift, fantastic single. You said it's coming out on the new album coming up?
Yep. That's on the new album. It's actually the title of the album is
Okay.
Drift.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when is that?
That comes out streaming everywhere Friday, June 27th.
Okay.
So that comes out the 27th, and then we're doing a big show at B&H Stage in Concord the next night on June 28th to celebrate.
Excellent.
Yeah, so you can get your tickets online. I think it's the Concord Capitol Center for the Arts website.
Okay.
And then my Facebook, all that, I'm always advertising. So
is that the show Cosmic Blossom is on with you?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, you just played the world premiere of the Cosmic Blossom song. Yes,
Yep, take your time. Yep.
That's my friends there. They're gonna join us. Actually, a couple guys from Cosmic Blossom are gonna play with me as well. So Gary Smith, who's the bass player, and he's gonna play bass with us. Brad De Palma's playing guitar with us.
Excellent.
And then we got a few other guys joining us.
That's really cool. I always say about Gary, he's one of the most talented and busiest musicians
Holy
I know.
Moly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always, I think I'm busy, and then I look at that guy's schedule and it's like, jeez, dude.
Yeah.
He's just always out. He's always out doing it.
Yeah,
It's really cool. And he's in, like, those guys are all in, like,
Oh yeah,
10 bands.
Oh yeah, yeah. Of course. No, that's great. Now, so why is this? Why now to do an album? You mentioned this is your first solo album.
It is, yeah. That's a great question. I had been in a band, the Stone Road Band. We were a band.
Yeah, we played. I used to when we were on afternoons. I used to always play Breakdown. I love that song.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That's actually that was one of our favorites.
Yeah.
I used to live down in Providence, Rhode Island, and we started the band down there. And we were together a few years, and we put out a couple things, and then like everybody, the world shut down and COVID, and it and then we were all kind of scattered at that point. And it was kind of harder and harder to get together, and eventually we just got to the point where we disbanded on good terms. But I kept it going, and then I decided to become a musician for a living, and I guess it just got to a point where I was out playing. I play all the time. Almost every weekend I'm out playing somewhere. And, I got my sign with my scan code on it. And you're trying to promote yourself. And at this point, it had been a couple of years since we had even been a band. And I had no music with my name on it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I wrote the Stone Road Band songs, but, I'm telling people like, hey, scan this code, go look up the Stone Road Band who's not a band anymore, and blah blah blah. So it just kind of started from the feeling of needing something with my name on it. So it was just going to start as like a 4 or 5 song EP.
Yeah.
That I was just going to record in my attic.
Yeah.
And then I started working with the producer that I was working with, and we put together the first single. I mean, I thought this thing was going to be out like a year ago.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was going to be like an EP. And,
yeah.
So I released the first single, Anything, February. It was like the week before my daughter was born.
Oh, wow.
I wanted it to come out. But
but
when he sent that song back to me, I'd started recording all the other ones. But when he sent me that one, I was like, holy moly. I couldn't believe what he had done with it.
Yeah.
And it sounded really good. So I just thought, maybe I could keep going with that. I mean, I recorded this in my attic, and he made it sound like that. So I just started adding songs, and it became a full-blown, it was supposed to be 12, but now 10-song record.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
That was the longest answer ever. I'm sorry.
No, that's great. No, we have the time, and I'm very interested. Do you find it more satisfying now, because you mentioned, you talked about the Stone Road Band. Is it more satisfying being a solo artist?
I miss those guys.
Do you?
I always
one of them's your brother, right? Your brother
cousin.
was
He's my cousin.
He
may as well be
the guitar player.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
Because I remember talking about him because his solo on Breakdown is makes the song. It's so good.
So luckily they all show up on the record.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome.
So
Good.
we had actually the first song on the album is called "Friend of the Fire," and that's one of my favorite songs I've ever written.
Yeah.
We had recorded a live album, which that landed on, but
Yeah.
it was live, and I
Yeah.
always wanted like that proper studio, what I heard in my head to come alive.
Mhm.
And we had done. It originally wasn't going to be on the album, but I was looking to fill a little bit more space and kind of the album actually tells a story from start to finish.
Okay.
And that landed as a great start. And anyway, I was kind of listening on my iPhone and on shuffle, and this old demo that we had done of the song came up. And I'm like, man, I know what my producer's capable of. I wonder if, because then Deanna Fielding in the Coop Studios in New York, I was like, I wonder if I sent this to her, if she could kind of clean it up a little bit and do something with it. So actually, the first song of the album is the Stone Road Band.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a song called Brutus.
I remember playing that one on the radio too. Yeah.
That was again another one that we had done live, but we never recorded in the studio.
Yeah.
And so my cousin, he's on that one, and then our bass player Phil's on that one.
Oh, cool.
And I played the drums, but
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of Stone Road Band action on the album, and like little nods to that kind of stuff.
Yeah. You mentioned too, you're playing out a lot. You're pretty busy.
Yeah.
What like are you playing these songs like that are on the album, or are these the songs that you're playing live, or do you mix in covers, or like what's the live situation like?
Well, I do a lot of breweries and restaurants and
Yeah.
things like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm lucky, and I think what's amazing about the brewery scene is that they're looking for something different.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they really encourage artists like myself to come in and do our thing. And so I do, I know where I'm playing. So
Yeah.
I do a lot of covers.
Yeah.
But I do try to mix in some of these songs as I go, and it's a great community around here. Everybody's always very super supportive, and
Yep.
like, oh, it's really cool to hear original music, and
Yeah.
all my friends at like Great North.
Yeah,
and,
Great North Ale Works, yeah.
And I looked over at Jen because her son Jesse works at Great North.
Yeah.
And,
Yep. And he's a talented musician in his own right.
He's also
yeah.
a talented, great singer, and
Yes,
Jesse.
he is.
I have to shout Jesse out. I play all over Southern New Hampshire. I play in Maine. I've played in Vermont, Mass. All over New England. No place do I play that Jesse is always standing. Like at this point, he's like standing at the door when I get there.
Yeah.
And he's always there to help me bring my stuff in.
Oh, that's really cool.
No place I go does
Yeah.
anybody do that. He always, hey man, he doesn't even ask anymore. He just meets me at the door and starts bringing all my stuff.
Oh,
in.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I love hearing that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a little story about your boy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's a good guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's great. He's great.
Absolutely. Where have you been? Do you get out of the area a lot for shows? Have you been?
I go up to Maine every now and then. There's a
Yeah.
great distillery called Wild Bevy Distillery up in Wells, Maine that I play.
Yeah.
Every couple of months or so. A lot of New Hampshire these days. I do.
It seems like there's enough venues here now.
Totally.
That you don't need to necessarily go far, right?
Yeah.
To stay busy, you can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, there's how many breweries are there around the area? I mean, there's one like it's like Dunkin' Donuts now.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't like that 10 years ago, was it?
No, it was not.
Yeah.
And I think it's actually made it. It's a really nice thing for guys like myself who I'm 43. You wouldn't think that. I used to work in like corporate America, did all that stuff, and
Yeah.
almost 40 years old, I decided to stop and do this.
Yeah.
And I got to say, if the brewery scene and all that wasn't in existence, I don't know, because I can play on a Saturday at 4 p.m. and be home. My wife, my family, my daughter comes out. And,
Yep.
So it's nice. It's not like I have to be out until 2, 3 in the morning playing for $5 at some scummy bar.
Right, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. Well, I think we should play another studio track.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'll let you choose which one we play next.
What do we got?
So you sent me Turning Point, Small Talk, Strange Places, and of course Drift. We already played.
Let's do Strange Places.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is we'll play this, and while this is playing, if you want to grab your guitar, and then
Sure.
we'll come back, chat a little bit, and maybe you can play something live for us if that sounds good.
Awesome.
All right. Very good. So if you're just joining us, we have Kevin Horan here with us in studio, and we're going to give this a spin. This is another track from his upcoming album, and the album is called Drift, correct?
Correct.
Okay, this is from the upcoming album Drift, and this is called Strange Places.
Catching fire with your hand. Hold it tight until it feels right. Make it harder than we need to. And now it's all gone wrong. Let's take the fall. It's time to break out all our secrets. And now we'll see ourselves and draw some of the dots between the lines. It seems when our life changes, mistakes stay safely in the comfort of the space they live. So if the fight can't hate us and the worst can't take us, will a broken record break us in? Hold tight, gonna get it right now. The end is just the first to make you feel alright. Hold on, somehow there's reason to believe that we'll come breaking out. The strangest place to be is when it all comes down. Come down. We breathe together 'cause we're nervous. Oh, now we're sending out a rescue. Will someone please just take the call? Oh, because it feels like sometime soon we'll lose control. Oh, yeah. Look around if you can find it. Let me know. Alright. Hold tight. Gonna get it right now. The end is just the first to make you feel alright. Hold on. Somehow there's reason to believe that we'll come breaking out. The strangest place to be is when it all comes down. Oh, we all come down.
Oh, that is so good. I love that. Strange Places. That is Kevin Horan, and he is here with us live in studio. Strange Places, of course, from the upcoming album Drift. And Kevin has he's got his guitar in his hand. Oh, let me get that mic back on there. Let's see. And let me turn up that guitar a little bit here. Ooh, that sounds nice. That sounds nice. Kevin's going to play something live for us. What are you going to play?
So this is a song called Turning Point. It will also be on the album.
Okay.
Right. Good?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Let's see if I remember the words to this thing. You know? I got to learn the words to my songs at some point. Pardon me, I just lost you to something else that was on my mind. yesterday felt the same, but a little bit closer to the end of the line. If you want, you can wait and see the outcome and what's to find. Just you wait, it's the turning point now when we'll go in your mind. Any way that you want to spin, well, I'll take you round and round again. Can't get up, never go in. Oh, no. Ooh, up and down, in and out, let's begin. Go ahead, settle in and get ready to give it away. Now let yourself fade. It's all gonna change. Breathing deep, hold it still. As you let it out, get it out. Maybe you should rest for a while. Feels awake, all it takes is to let it know that somehow it's on your side. There's no fate worse than death to the poison that burns its way through your mind. Just you wait, it's the turning point now when you're going for a ride. Any way that you wanna spin, well, I'll take you round and round again. Can't get out if you never go in. Oh, well, yeah. Up and down, in and out, let's begin. Go ahead, settle in and get ready to give it away. Now let yourself fade. It's all gonna change. Yeah. Ooh. Any way that you wanna spin, well, I'll take you round and round again. Oh, can't get out if you never go in. Ooh, up and down, in and out, let's begin. Go ahead, settle in and get ready to give it away. Now let yourself fade. It's all gonna change. Thank you.
Bravo. Kevin Oren is here with us, live in studio. And that sounded fantastic. That's called Turning Point?
Yes.
All right. Very, very cool. We were also talking about playing this track, Cecilia. Maybe we'll give this a spin.
Ooh, yeah.
And then we'll come back and talk some more. You want to tell us about this?
So my daughter, who is 15 months old this week, her name is Cecilia. And we did not do that on purpose because of the song, but obviously there's a pretty well-known song that she shares that name with. So anytime we mentioned it, all we heard thrown back at us is Cecilia, Cecilia. But the first night that we were home, my wife was upstairs sleeping and getting some much-needed rest, and I was downstairs holding her, like this wonderful moment of like, oh my gosh, I'm a dad. This is my baby girl, and I'm like, all right, here's the moment. I'm going to sing her Cecilia for the first time.
Oh,
and
wow.
Try to get her to sleep. And I start singing it. I'm like getting all watery-eyed and teary-eyed. And then I got to the first verse. Making love in the afternoon to Cecilia and I'm like, whoa,
right.
No, abort. I can't sing that to my kid.
That's awkward.
So, so I as she fell asleep, I grabbed a pen and started rewriting the lyrics to Cecilia.
Yeah.
So this is my version that we sing to her at our house.
All right, very good. This is Cecilia, Kevin Horan.
given me all that I need, and I'm home.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That is Cecilia.
My baby girl just made her radio debut. That's her at the end.
Yes, yes. Kevin and Cecilia Horan.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. If you are just joining us, Kevin Horan is here with us live in studio. And no, that's really cool. Is that going to be on the album or?
No. I just put that out as a one-off single a few months ago for fun. We actually, I included a link with it to try to raise a little money for March of Dimes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Yep.
You also mentioned too Gary Smith. You were mentioning off air. Gary Smith is on bass on that.
He's playing bass on that. That song I recorded in my basement, and a lot of it I recorded the night before we actually went into the studio with it.
Yeah.
And it sounded like chicken scratch. And then, so Gary set me up with Pete Peliquin. He's out in Brookline.
That's a name that comes up on the show a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was awesome. We just spent an afternoon over there.
Yeah.
Really cool studio. I think Cosmic Blossom has done a bunch of stuff with them.
Okay.
Gary's other band, Fox and the Flamingos.
Oh, love them.
Has done some stuff with them. He did an amazing, I mean, if you listened to what that sounded like, driving to his studio, I was like, oh my God, this is going to be awful.
Really? Yeah.
He made it sound fantastic, but yeah, I'm pretty proud of that one. That's
really
fun
cool.
to do.
That's really cool. In terms of your voice, I mean, do you get compared to, like, you remind me of Cat Stevens a lot.
I've heard that a couple times.
Yeah.
I hear a few things once in a while.
Yeah, because you have an unusual voice. There's not many people who sound like you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Thanks.
Like who else? Is there anyone else other people kind of compare you to, or is there anyone you think you sound like?
I'm a huge Dave Matthews fan, so I think at the very least my guitar style gets compared.
Oh, okay.
to that,
Because I was going to say you're a much better singer than he is. Not a knock on him. He's a good good enough singer, but you're a much better singer than he is. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm a drummer originally, so his percussive guitar style really connects with me.
That makes sense. I can hear that. Yeah.
But yes, so I think in the early days maybe I got a little of that, but I kind of worked my way further, tried to further myself from that. But I've heard the guy from Kings of Leon.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Cat Stevens a couple times. I don't know. I don't know who else. Maybe I don't know who I sound like. Other than myself.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
So remind us. So the album comes out. Is it in June?
Friday, June 27th.
And then, so it'll be on all the streaming platforms, obviously.
Yes.
Are you also doing physical CDs?
I'm working on that. I really, really, really wanted to do the vinyl thing.
No kidding.
But
yeah.
it just
it's expensive for one thing.
That, and it just like the production took a little longer to get it right. I wanted it to sound as perfect as I possibly could. I don't know. I might never ever do this again. So
yeah,
I wanted to get it right. So we took a lot of time. I mean, we just wrapped on production of the album about a week ago.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Like I just got all the final mixes like a week or so ago. So it's official. It's done. So it'll be on streaming platforms. I think for the record release party, I'm calling it a record, but probably at least have some CDs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a subject that's come up a lot on the show, especially lately, is physical media and how, I always say, like, if you go back 7 or 8 years, I've been doing this a long time, but if you go back 7 or 8 years, maybe even a little longer, There was a period where like no one was doing CDs, like no one that we had on the show. It was all about Spotify and everything,
Yeah,
and no
yeah.
one was bothering. It was like the attitude was CDs are dead,
Mhm.
and then but over the past several years, it's there's kind of been a resurgence there with physical media.
Yeah, it seems that way. I always looked at it as so when the Stone Road Band was still rocking. Our first album we put on CD.
Yeah.
And that was about, I think that was 2019.
Okay.
And we kind of had that war of like, should we do it? Should we even? Whatever,
Yeah.
You know, but like again, as I went off on my own, I just brought those CDs with me. I mean, those people would drop $10, $5,
Mhm.
whatever. I didn't care, just take them. But
Yeah.
I looked at them as like, whether you have a CD player or not, you got all my information, you got all the songs.
Right.
It's like, to me, it's like a business card. But
Right, yeah.
But I love physical media, so
Yeah, yeah. And with vinyl, and actually we were talking about this was with one of our guests on the show today earlier, that the guys from the band the Forensics,
Mm-hmm.
we were talking about how, most people who buy vinyl probably don't even ever open it.
Mm.
If you're really a fan of an artist,
Yeah.
You're just buying it to support them and it's cool to have, or maybe you open it but you mount the artwork on the wall or something,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm I really wanted to do vinyl because I have 3 brothers. We're all vinyl guys. We do like
Oh, no
vinyl
kidding.
exchanges at Christmas and stuff.
Oh, nice.
And I got a lot of friends that have really gotten into that trend of the vinyl thing, and
Yep.
and we're really into it at our house. And but yeah, it's just you do. I mean, I recorded most of this record and album by myself, so
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be like, at least I did that.
Yeah.
I got it done.
Yeah, no, it everything sounds great.
Thank you.
So are all the tracks on the album? Were they all you recorded on your own and then took them to Pete Peliquin, or?
So Pete did that one song. That
Oh,
was
okay.
that I had no intention of doing anything with Cecilia. That was just something I thought maybe I'd record for her birthday or
Oh,
something
okay.
like that.
Okay.
And then it just kind of like, and then Gary and I, he helped me. Like I said, he's playing with us at the record release
Yeah.
show. So
Yeah.
we've kind of buddied up, and he was like, hey, if you ever need any help, I got this guy Pete. And I was like, well, I have this one song that I've been kind of tooling with, and it's it's a cover, but sort of a cover, and it'd be kind of cool to have that out there for my daughter one day to go back and listen to. But no, it's so. Like I said, when I started doing this, I just wanted to do like a little 4-track, 5-track EP.
Yeah.
When I was in the Stone Road Band, we had done an EP. And our bass player, who's in a band with some guys out of New York and Connecticut, one of those guys has a studio called the Coop Studio in Irvington, New York.
Okay.
And he worked on our final EP. And when I went to go do this, because we recorded all that from our house during COVID, I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean, he made that sound great, so he's the
Oh,
guy.
yeah,
And
yeah.
So I reached out to him. He did the first single, Anything, and then his schedule just got crammed, and so he turned me over to somebody that worked in his studio, Deanna Fielding.
Okay.
And she did basically most of the record.
Okay.
Gary Smith did do the last song.
Okay.
Called Everything. He mixed and mastered that song. He played on it. He played some keys and electric guitar. But Deanna did all the other tracks. She
Oh, wow.
mixed them,
Okay.
mastered them. She helped me produce it.
Yeah.
She actually sang Strange Places. That's her doing the background vocals.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Another song we'll play in a little while is called Small Talk. That's her doing the lead female vocal on, which like ripped. I was like blown away when I heard her vocal take on it. But
yeah.
So it was all done. Me here in New Hampshire recording, and then her in Irvington, New York. Just I'd send her files,
Yeah.
and she'd do all the stuff, send it back to me. I had some help from some friends on that last song. Zach Sweetser plays keys.
Okay.
Like I said, Gary Smith made an appearance. The Stone Road Band made an appearance. Deanna helped out, and then my friend Paul Nelson, who's a local guy, he helped me record the vocals to Drift. And I think the acoustic guitar, a couple things. So it was a little
Okay.
bit of,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say like 80% of it I did in my attic.
No kidding.
And then
yeah.
before my daughter was born. And then I moved to the basement
Yeah.
after my daughter was born.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why the move from the attic to the
Because
basement?
the attic's directly above her bedroom.
Gotcha. I thought that might be the case.
You
Yeah.
got to keep that baby sleeping.
Do you want to play? You want to play one more live one, and then we'll.
Yeah, let's. So I have a very special song to sing today.
Okay.
And I think they're listening out there.
Actually, before you go any further,
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
have some people in the chat room.
Oh, cool.
This might answer that question.
Yeah.
Let's see. I see Carrie Gemini.
Oh my gosh, that's my cousin.
Okay. Carrie says Mike Horan, so much cousin talent. So there you go.
He is.
Also, Sandy Walsh is in there and says, so cool.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, Sandy, I see you always sharing my stuff. Sandy's awesome. I used to work with her. I mentioned Jen and I were talking earlier. I used to work at Mastrocola Elementary School down in Merrimack, and she and I worked together there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Very cool.
Let's see. Sunset Radio in the chat room. They are in Ireland.
Oh, wow.
And supporters of the
Sláinte.
program. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Very cool.
Absolutely.
Love Ireland.
All right, I interrupted your story.
Oh,
I
that's
just wanted
okay.
to. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm very.
You interrupt me anytime you need to, man. I know I'm winded, dude. I have a very special song to perform today for two very special guys. When I leave here today, I got to go celebrate my nephews, Rory, who's 3.
Okay.
And Tyler, who's 5. They're brothers. They're my brother Sean's boys. And their birthdays are close, so we're having a little dual birthday today. Quick story. So Tyler, who's 5.
Who is listening, by the way.
Awesome.
Sorry to interrupt you again. Sean Timothy Horan in the chat room says, we are listening to the live stream, and Tyler is listening.
Sean,
go.
who's always in my corner. Tyler, who is 5, has a very serious girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
He's 5.
Wow, precocious.
And they've been together for 2 years.
Wow.
He's 5. and they have like kind of a Benifer situation going on. It's a very serious relationship. I think I just dated myself with that reference.
Wow.
But I mentioned that because recently my brother was sharing with us about how Tyler came up to him and said, hey, Daddy, as kids ask funny questions, Daddy, when you grow up, do you want to be a singer like Uncle Kev? Oh, after my heart.
Yeah.
And my brother said, well, no, but do you want to be a singer when you grow up? And he said, no, I am going to be an astronaut because my girlfriend is going to be a star and I have to fly to outer space to see her.
Oh.
He's 5.
Wow.
I'm like, I've been writing songs for years. I don't think I could write a line that good. So I
Wow.
kind of jokingly said, hey, the next song I write is going to be called Rocket Ship. And then the next thing I knew, I spent the whole weekend looking up pulsars and quasars and constellations and all sorts of fun space stuff. And I had a blast writing this song. So this song is called Rocket Ship, as promised. And I got to look at the words here because I'm still learning it. It's only a couple weeks old.
Okay. But, hot off the press.
Hot off the press. We'll do this. All right. So this is Tyler. As I promised you, buddy, this is Rocket Ship. Can I start that over? That was horrible. I'm so sorry. I've never done that before.
That's okay. It sounded good to me, but I've never heard the song before.
I played the wrong chord. Here we go. All right.
Okay.
Try again, Kev. It's 11:30 in the morning, man.
Take 2.
If I could blast off in my rocket ship to bring me next to you, my favorite star against the black hole, I'll fly out past the moon. A universe expanding, always bigger than before. I'll be your favorite astronaut, blast away and go explore with you. Whoa, with you. The space between these planets could never be enough. All this energy between us starts with particles and dust. Light years try to do their best to keep us far away, but every night I'm looking up and filling time between the day. Well, I'm lost in outer space with you, never coming back. The view is just fine from here. No one can tell us what to do. With every galaxy we find it's clear. Comets, asteroids, constellations, pulsars, waving radiation. Nothing but the two of us aboard my rocket ship. Just me and you. Just me and you. No gravity to keep us down. Out here we feel secure. There's all the space in front of us that no one's seen before. Let's tail out across the universe on any given day and tie ourselves together and we'll ride the solar waves. I'm lost in outer space with you. Never going back, oh, I'm staying here. So much out there that we can do. With all the space and time, it's clear. Supernovas, lunar spheres, I'm way beyond my atmosphere. Nothing but the two of us aboard my rocket ship. 3, 2, 1, lift off, let's go. Hey, Houston, I'm never coming home. Going farther than you know, discovering a world beyond my own. No more communication out here in my own space station. I'm lost in outer space with you. All my future's in the stars and now I'm here. There's so much out there we can do. Oh, if every galaxy we find it's clear. Comets, asteroids, constellations, quasars, pulsars, radiation, supernovas, lunar spheres, way beyond my atmospheres. And all this space and all this time, nothing left out here to find. Because it's just the two of us aboard my rocket ship. Just me and you. Just me and you.
Oh, fantastic.
I love that.
Oh, thank you very much.
You said that's called Rocket Ship?
That is called Rocket Ship.
Rocket Ship.
So awesome.
Thank you. I've fallen in love with that song quite a bit, and I actually get kind of teary-eyed because I'm picturing my sweet 5-year-old nephew out in outer space in a spacesuit with his little buddy.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
Awesome. Happy birthday, Rory and Tyler. Love you guys.
Sandy Walsh in the chat room says ideas come from everywhere.
Yes, they do, even from outer space.
Yes. No, that is very cool.
Thanks very much.
If you are just joining us, Kevin Horan is here with us live in studio, and yeah, what a great song.
Thank you.
Where are you for people listening live on Saturday? Where are you playing this weekend? Do you have shows this weekend? Or?
I actually have the weekend off.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Just today. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. So you're seeing it.
Oh, wow.
Where am I? What is next week? I'm at. I think I'm at the Bookery.
Oh, okay.
On Elm Street.
Cool.
They're doing something new there, so
Good.
I think I'm there next Saturday. But really, the big one that I got to keep plugging is that big show at B&H Stage on Saturday, June 28th.
Yes.
To celebrate the album release. Tickets are available. They're $18. $18 whole dollars.
Very good. Very good. We have time to do. Let's play another studio track. Oh, we didn't play Small Talk yet, did we?
Yeah, that's like I said, that's the producer on the record, Deanna, sings on this track, and I think she sings quite beautifully.
Yeah, I really like this one a lot too. And then so we'll give this a spin, and then we'll come back and talk a little more. But yes, Kevin Horan is here with us live in studio, sounding amazing. If you are tuned in on this Saturday morning, and let's see, just waiting for this computer's running a little bit slow here. Download. I'm going to tell it again. Oh, there we go. I got it. Okay. Small Talk, Kevin Horan. Here we go.
I got feelings too, and it hurts when they break. Any way that you want me, I do what it takes. Keep me in mind when you cry. The hurt that you from mine. Keep pretending, but what does that ever achieve? Take a load off
That is Small Talk. That is Kevin Horan from the upcoming. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, there's an airplane.
Oh, there's an airplane.
Forgot to send you a radio edit, right?
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. This I will say this album, like I said, it started as like kind of just like a generic sort of EP to put some songs out there, and it just kind of exploded into this creative idea of telling a story. So the first song all the way to the end, it's 40 minutes. If you got it, once it comes out, it goes straight through and it tells a story. So there's a reason for that airplane in there. But
okay.
Out of context, you just think, why is there any?
No, that's cool. And what's her name again?
Deanna Fielding. She's out of the Coop Studios in Irvington, New York. I can tell you when she sent me that track back, I bawled my eyes out.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how beautiful
it
sounded.
Oh, she did a great job. Yeah. No, that is a great song. Absolutely.
Thank you.
By the way, somebody named Phil Smith is in the chat room.
That's my bass player from my former band, the Stone Road Band. That's
Oh,
Phil.
very cool.
Yeah, hey, buddy.
Very cool. So Kevin, where should we should remind people too. Well, first of all, where should people go online to keep up with everything that you're doing?
Well, I'm always on Instagram and Facebook, of course. My Instagram is Kevin_Horan_music.
And Horan is, we should tell people too, Horan.
Yes. Yep. Horan. I'm KevinHoranmusic.com. You can always check out. Of course, Spotify. I'm on Spotify. I got a few tunes up there right now.
Yeah.
And then I have are you familiar with Linktree?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Linktree, that's got it links you to, essentially, it's the easiest way to find me. It's got all my stuff. It's got everything up there.
Yeah. You give lessons too, right?
I do. I run my own studio down in Merrimack.
Oh, yeah. We should mention that. Yeah.
We call it Rock Band Camp. I work with some really amazing students. I don't know if she's listening, but my friend Sophia, I meant to say, she listens. I was told by her mom the other day that she listens to my version of Cecilia every day on the way to school.
Oh, no kidding.
Is really cool. And all my students are really cool. They're always excited when they hear I'm going to be on the radio or they listen to the Stone Road Band. They listen to all that stuff. So
yeah.
So I teach private music instruction and guitar. I teach drums. I do a little bit of performance training, and then we do the rock band program, which is where the kids group up and actually create their own bands.
Okay.
We are gearing up, actually. I can't believe it's almost summer, but we're gearing up for our 3rd annual summer concert.
Yeah.
In Merrimack in August.
Okay.
So the summer program starts the week after 4th of July.
Okay.
So if you got kids out there that are looking to join a band and play in our summer concert, they still have time to register. That is at rockbandnh.com. You can go there and get all that information. I'm sorry, rockbandcampnh.com.
Okay.
But yeah, we just did a winter show for the first time at Shaskeen back in February, which was a huge success.
Nice.
And, yeah, we have a lot of fun. So it's I got a fun job, man.
Yeah.
I'm running around playing music and working with really amazing kids from like 8 to I have some adult students as well. So,
yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's amazing. Fantastic. And let's remind people too about the big show coming up.
Big show, B&H Stage, Saturday, June 28th in Concord, New Hampshire, celebrating the release of my first solo record, Drift. As it turns out, it's actually, if you're familiar with Market Days up in Concord, big music festival in Concord, just so happens it's the last night of Market Days. So we'll be sort of closing down Market Days at B&H Stage.
Yeah.
That night with my friends Cosmic Blossom.
Yeah, we love Cosmic Blossom. Absolutely. Very good. Very good. Hey, just for the hell of it, because we were talking off air, I'm gonna read one of these comments from. Let's see. I just think it'd be fun. Generation Socially 6 says, "We love this song, and also that Kevin Horan is so talented." And also, maybe he would be coming to Greensboro, North Carolina. We hope he does, performing at the downtown Greensboro, North Carolina sometime. Matt Connarton Unleashed. There you go.
All right. Matt Connarton and I, the talent, will come to town, Greensboro, and see all the bots that exist in Greenboro.
Sounds good.
We're in.
Sounds
Sign me
good.
up. Sign me up. Book it.
Well, Kevin, thank you again so much. This has been wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And Jenny, before we go too, you've been very busy as always. You want to mention your website so people can keep up with everything you're doing?
If you want to see what kind of trouble I'm getting in this week, go to jencoffey.com, JENNCOFFEY.com.
Very good. And if you are listening live on Saturday, also just a quick plug, keep an eye on social media. I think around 3 p.m. today, 3 p.m. Eastern, Eric Pilcher and I are doing episode 6 of Tough Bumps, and we're going to go ahead and stream that live. That is completely separate from WMNH. You got to go online for that. Oh, Denise Doob
Yes.
says Kevin is the best band teacher.
Oh,
very
so
nice.
that's my friend who listens to Cecilia on the way to school.
Oh, there you go. Excellent.
Denise, thank
Excellent.
you.
So I think we got to close out with a song, and I was thinking this isn't one of the ones you sent. We played those, but what if I spin anything to close out
Absolutely.
the show?
That was the first single. Yes.
Yeah. That's we'll go with that. All right, Kevin, thank you again. And if you missed any part of today's show, it will be up in just a little bit at WMNHradio.org and at my website, MattConnarton.com. And we'll close out with this. This is Anything from Kevin Horan.
Take a little hit, kick back, release, enjoy the trip. Gonna have a little moment here and while I sit, I'll sit through the memories while I make sense of everything. Is everything what it seems? It's all a little wild. Poke round the corner while I hide. Gotta get another view in if I try. Sticks and stones in front of me. I become my own worst enemy, but my enemy lets me see. I know we're gonna get high on the feeling. I know I could stay up all night with you. I know we gotta get by for a reason. With everything I conjure up by giving back to you. Anything you need, I've got back to. Take another hit. There's enough reason here for me to quit. Throw my hands up, walk away and trip. Backwards through the life I fear, when everything that I want is here and everything's what it seems.